Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Constance the Reader, and today we are doing a reading vlog. So I filmed a video last night. Yesterday was Friday, whatever, January 10th, I think. I think today's the 11th. It snowed last night and we probably got 4 inches. Unfortunately, Devin had to go to work, but I said, I'm gonna use the video and stay at home because I don't feel like going out. And where my husband works, they've only had one customer. So I do not want to go to one of the stores even closest to me and be standing around just bored. Now, it's not that big of a deal, but I'd rather be at home. We are starting a reading vlog because last night, the video that I recorded was blind box haul, DVD haul, and a manga haul. And I just realized I forgot to say a book that I got. So annoying. It's fine. In the middle of me filming that video, I realized I had a whole nother bag of manga. And I forgot about it. Obviously now the video is longer. And it just confirmed to me, okay, I really actually need to do a no spend because that's ridiculous. There's no reason why I should forget that I have a bag of books within like eyesight. Like I could see it, but I didn't register, oh, that bag is full of books. And we are going to Katsucon in February, so I really want to save my money. We don't know if my parents are coming with us because we might end up staying in the same Airbnb we were in September. We can see my sister. It was really nice to stay in Alexandria, but for now, it's like, okay, bitch, you have stuff, you have commitments that are kind of last minute, but I'm excited. So yeah, I am kind of putting myself in check and I have to start saying no to myself because it's just ridiculous. So we're going to talk about the stuff that I want to read because I feel like I've been in a weird reading slump ever since I came back to work. I've only finished 2 manga and I feel like I'm not finishing anything else and I'm picking stuff up. It's just annoying. So the reading vlog is helping me in many ways. One, I need to read what I own and stop buying stuff. Now, do I read what I own? Yes, but I still buy stuff, so I need to stop the buying. 2, what's the second thing? What is the second thing? Okay, stop buying, read what I own. Oh, get off my phone. I know that TikTok is going away soon. I don't know, maybe my brain is subconsciously doing this to me. I mean, it's just me. I'm sorry, brain. I don't want to blame you. Yeah, I'm on my phone way too much, scrolling video after video after video. It's annoying. I'm annoyed with myself because of it. So I just need to force myself to have my phone on the tripod so I can't just take it off and read. So I don't want to get it too long, even though, I say that every time. So we'll talk about the 2 things I've read so far and finished. I read and finished Mashle volume 14. For this video, I'm going to finish Mashle. I only have 4 more volumes until I finish the series, so it just makes sense. And I also finished the newest volume, volume 6 of Though I Am an Inept Villainess. This was still really good. I really loved this series. I don't know how it's going to end. Like, I'm sad to think about what's going to happen, but I've got high hopes, although I do think the ending will be sad. All right, so as I said, I've got 4 volumes left of Mashle. I will be reading this now. I have 1, 2, 3 other stacks of manga that I want to read. Now, I'm not saying that I'm definitely going to finish it in this video, but these are all the things that I have been keeping out in the living room where I tend to read and then just keep bringing more shit, and that's annoying. So I broke them down into second in the series. So we've got Otaku Vampire's Love Bite, Tengus Love, Knight Captain is the new Princess to Be, Yakuza Lover, Witch Hat Atelier, What's a Koi, The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl, and A Trillion Game. So these are all second in a series that I pulled and wanted to start. This is at the top because technically it's the first volume, but it's all second volume. This next stack is all first ones that I wanted to start. So I have Dick Fight Island, volumes 1 and 2, The Ancient Magus Bride, Waiting for Spring, Let's Do It Already, Kagurabachi, Brunhild, After God, Syrup, and The Dangerous Convenience Store. I don't know that I will get to all of these because this is more than the second in the series, but 3 of these are from my last month's Hansama box, so I would like to get to them, but this is a stack of first in a series. No. Yeah, first in the series. And then these are ongoing, not the second, not the third, volumes from series that already started. So I have Sakamoto Days, which I feel like I have to read because the new season just dropped. I am so excited for Devin to watch this because Sakamoto Days is great, period. Kiruru Kill Me Volume 4, D Gray Man Volume 15, and Tsugumi Project Volume 6. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to read after Mashle because I want to knock these out right this second. But I just figured I would tell y'all. Now I also have, oh, I hate when I drop stuff. It is literally my biggest pet peeve. I also have a bunch of stuff that I got approved for on NetGalley. I hate that these stickers just flop all over the place. I've read 2. Oh, I can talk about that after. And I've got some other things. The book that I forgot to mention last night in my haul was An Honored Vow, the Halfling Saga. I don't think I showed you guys that I got this. It came out a little bit early. I think at this point it's already been released. Oh yeah, it released on the 7th. So I found the physical copy first before the audiobook was released that I did get because I like both, but I prefer audio for this series. I don't know. But of course I have to get the physical because I just love this series. I love it so much. Devin's going to be starting it soon. So I'm really excited. I'm hoping that he likes it. Now that Devin's in his, you know, I read now era, I'm happy, but then I get mad that, you know, I get mad if he doesn't like what I suggest. All right. So I do want to tell you guys what I've read though from my NetGalley approvals. I read Reanima Volume 1. That was really good. That came in this month's Hansama box. So it was kind of bummed to see like, okay, I've already read this before, but it was actually really good. So I would suggest read Reanima if you're interested. I also read Shimazaki in the Land of Peace, Volume 1. That was really good. I was surprised by how good that was. I also, what else did I read? Did I read anything else on here? Maybe not. I had to have, hadn't I? Let's see. Oh yeah, I read I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day, Volume 1. That was really good. And I also read Fall in Love, You False Angels. That was also very good. I think Fall in Love, You False Angels comes out later this month or in February, but it's coming out in the first portion of the year. Really, really good. I will definitely be continuing on with that series. Some other volumes that I got approved for, but they're really long, so I put a pause on reading them, but I want to. Ashita no Joe, Fighting for Tomorrow, Confession, Hauntress, Dogs and Punching Bags, and I think that's it. Oh, I also need to read True Beauty Volume 6. And I started Viral Hit Volume 1. I don't know if I really like that, but I know I just need to give it a shot because, I mean, I got approved for it, so I need to do the damn thing. So I might switch back and forth between, okay, after I finish Mashle, I might pick up something and then I'm going to sit down and hunker down and read NetGalley. But yeah, we're at the 10-minute mark. It's time to shut up and read. I got Lost Girl on the TV, the DVD player, and I've got my little snack. Let's show you. Mat Dong-san. These are really delicious. I'm gonna crack open a delicious sugar-free Red Bull because this is the best Red Bull. I don't care what anybody says. You can like all the flavors you want. Superior, in my opinion. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get into this reading vlog. Welcome back, everybody. I completed my first mission. I finished Mashle. This was so good. One day, I do want to go back and reread the whole thing in one sitting. Although I know I could just watch the anime and kind of feel like I did the same thing, but this was really good. I would say Mashle, I would probably rate this series, honestly, I'm gonna go 5 stars. I actually am. Mashle is funny. There's a lot of action. I like the characters. I think that the like villain, the big final boss, Innocent Zero, is actually not a bad villain. Like, overpowered, but in a way that's like, okay, I can see that happening, but it's MASH. I mean, what do you expect? You know MASH is going to come out on top. This was so good. Volume 17 made me start to tear up, specifically for this character here. Ochoa, I think his name is, or Okoa. That was really sad. I forgot about like what his whole thing was, since I've been reading this for so long, taking my sweet time. But this was so good. So I'm very proud of myself. Yeah. I think the next few things I'm going to read are going to be Sakamoto Days and Kururu Kill Me. But I just had to show this off, y'all, because it's time to eat. Late lunch, if you will. Dumplings. I don't know if you can see that. Is there even steam coming off? I just took that off. But, yeah. So we got some dumplings of differing sizes. Some are veggie, some are pork. And I did a little vegetable oil and sesame oil. Garlic. Green onions. Chili crunch. Had to put the chili crunch on there. And then, of course, I had to make my own nice little special soy sauce, dipping sauce with some sesame oil. I'm not going to tip it over because the first thing in my mind was like, I'm going to spill it. So let me be careful. So yes, we're taking a break because I have to enjoy this and watch Lost Girl. Still really good. I got hung up on episodes like 4 and 5. So I just rewatched those while I was reading, even though I'd watched them many times. And I'm going to really settle in for episode 6. And yes, I'm very happy to finally say I have finished Mashle. See, I do finish things. I do. Nobody judge me. All right, so I will come back hopefully having read, I'm not sure. I don't know how many I'm going to commit to. Devin gets home soonish. It's like 3 something. He gets off at 5:30. So I'm going to try to eat and enjoy, but eat it kind of quick and get as much read as possible because I do want us to watch The Apothecary Diaries. Oh, we haven't watched the episode yet. But he keeps saying let's save it for Monday when our date night is. Ugh, I hate waiting. I don't know. Maybe we won't. I don't know. If you see me again, we're not hanging out tonight, and that's okay. We usually don't hang out on Saturday nights. He streams, you know, because that's his second job, and I kind of just do whatever. I'm doing a really good job because my phone is up, so I'm proud of myself. Either way, I will be reading. That's all that matters. So yeah, blah, blah, blah. You'll see me again in a second. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. It is now 10 o'clock-ish, 10 o'clock at night-ish. Yeah, pretty nice. I've read 3 more things, but I had dinner with Devin. We watched a movie. We're not sitting down and watching anime tonight, so that's why I'm checking back in with y'all. But I'm really proud of myself, okay? So I read volume 15 of Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days, I don't know what just happened, okay? There's a twist that just got brought up. I don't see how that works. I don't know. I'm confused, but in the best way. I'm a little nervous because I don't know how this is going to end, and I'm scared. Very, very, very scared. But I'm still really, really enjoying Sakamoto Days. But I am sad because somebody that I really, really did not want to die is dead. That's unfortunate. That really pisses me off, but what can you do? I also read volume 4 of Kururu Kill Me. Very funny still. I'm still enjoying the story. This character is very creepy looking. I'm not sure what's up with him, but he's a creep. I am enjoying some of the things that have occurred. Not occurred. Is that the right word? What am I thinking? Somebody knows Nemo's secret now and is in on it with him for why he is the one who has the hit out on himself so Kururu can come and kill him. So I really am happy with that. That's what I'm trying to say. And I really, really love Nemo's assistant partner. You know, I don't know what his friend that has the blonde hair who's hooking up with Kururu's assassin friend. I really love his friend. He just makes me laugh. He's just a really fun character. But this was really good. And I am ending the night with Otaku Vampire's Love Bite. So far, this is really good. Hannah, the main female character, was kind of pissing me off a little bit in this one, just towards the end. Not in a bad way, just she's being kind of annoying. You're a powerful vampire. Stop with the, oh, he's gonna kidnap me. Like, stop, girl. Girl, stop. But it's fine. I really like Victor, and I don't know, this was really fun. I'm enjoying it. I definitely am excited for volume 3, especially because the way that the first volume like started and ended, it wasn't like there was this big villain that we had to, I don't know, see for multiple volumes. That whole thing ended in volume 1, and then we meet Victor, and then you learn who Victor is, and he's not like that. But now the person that we just get introduced to, I think that this is going to be the big baddie for at least the next few volumes, and I'm excited. It's definitely interesting to see where that's going to go. Okay, so I'm not making any commitments on reading anything for the rest of the night. I actually kind of want to go to sleep. I don't know. It's not like I did anything today. I'm not really sure why I'm tired. Oh, did I mention that I plowed snow? Shoveled snow. Yeah, it snowed. Did I mention that earlier? I don't think I did. Maybe I did mention that it snowed. Anyway, I did mention. So it snowed last night. We got about 4 or so inches. It was deeper than last week's snow. Like the second week of January, we had snow, and it wasn't terrible. But this time we had to shovel the walkway. And I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to doing outdoor work, so like cutting the grass, I really enjoy doing that because I feel a sense of accomplishment that I did it. So that makes me happy. So I shoveled the sidewalk. That just made me really happy. Devin and I both helped each other clean our cars off. He unfortunately had to go to work and I didn't. But yeah, sometimes I'm like an old man just standing at the window looking at, you know, my lawn. Not that I do anything crazy with it. I just cut it, and that makes me excited and proud of myself. Same thing with shoveling the walkway. I'm looking down at it like, I'm like, I did that. Anybody feel that way? Anybody else feel that? Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna see you guys later. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, so I will be spending time with my parents because it is game day. We have missed the last 2 Sundays with them because of Christmas and because we hung out with my friend Neptune and we exchanged gifts with her. So yeah, tomorrow's the day to get back into the game, okay? But I will be getting back with you guys for reading because I showed you earlier I have quite a bit to read, and I'm proud of myself because I read 7 volumes today. So look at me. At the most, I'm probably gonna crack back Open Country Roads. I don't know, pull the Kindle out and read something else that I got approved for on NetGalley because I need to get better about that. But yes, I do feel myself feeling very sleepy, and that I will put my head on the pillow and go to sleep with a book in my hand. And you know what? I love the way that feels. So good night, y'all. I will see you in the morning. Welcome back, everybody. It's Monday. You saw a little clip of us playing board games yesterday with my parents, but I don't like to film all that much when I'm with my parents because it's time to lock in and play that game. And we are playing the legacy version of Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride! If you like stuff like that, do the legacy version because it is so much fun, I'm telling you. So I didn't really read anything yesterday. You know, I'm just going back and forth. I can't stand myself sometimes, but we're locked in now to read. I'm not adding anything new. Let me take that away because I did technically add something new, but I'm going to worry about the things that we talked about the other day. I mentioned everything I read, right? Yeah. I finished Mashle. It was really good. I don't think I read anything else. I hope not. I'll go back and look and see if I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I forgot. So I've got my 2 stacks beside me or in front of me. Let's do the choice. All right. So technically Dick Fight Island showed up kind of last minute. So we will put that to the side because I'm trying to focus on what I'd had beside me for way too long. So how about this? let's start with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll do, no. You know what? I need to do these 3 first. Okay, so we're going to start out with last month's Hansama picks, which were Kagurabachi, Brunhild, the Dragon Slayer, and After God. So we'll start with these 3 first for like starting a new series with me. And then for the things that I had here that I'm doing the next volume, let's choose The Knight Captain is the New Princess to Be. And we will also choose, let's throw something short in there just so I feel accomplished. Ice Guy and the Cool Girl. So I've got these 5 volumes that I want to finish, and we will talk about them when I get back. I don't know what I'm going to put on the TV, but I am going to light a candle. We're going to be doing, is this the same 8-bit gaming candle? Yeah. So we're going to do another 8-bit Beard Co. brand candle, Candy Cane Forest, Cool Mint Fresh Vanilla. I was smelling this last night. It smells so good. Peppermint bark is what it's giving. I used to be obsessed with that scent from Yankee Candle, but they discontinued it. Fuckers. But yes, no ranting. Let's get into reading because Connie is being responsible. I don't know what I'll put on. Maybe I'll pop on Lord of the Rings, do something nice and chill, maybe The Hobbit. And I will see you guys soon. It is 12 something. I don't have my watch on. It's like a little bit before 12:30. So I'm gonna really try to read most of these as quickly as possible. I'll see you guys in a second. Welcome back, everybody. It's 3 o'clock and I accomplished what I said I would. What else is new? When I set my mind to something, force myself not to have my phone, I get a lot done. And I did. I got a lot done. So let's go over really quick. So I just finished The Knight Captain is the New Princess to Be, Volume 2. I really liked this. I remember liking the first volume, but being kind of confused because we got their story, which is like, this is what it's about. And then there were 2 additional stories. It was like 2 or 3 that I didn't know what they had to do with what was going on with them. So it kind of made me about continuing on the series, but this was just completely about this couple, Chris and Leo. She was his knight, still kind of is his knight, but he's like legitimately in love with her. She loves him too, but it's more like, I think she has so much respect for him and views him as a friend that she kind of like pushes her romantic feelings for him down, or tries to, what's the word, convince herself that they're not real. Like, oh no, I just really love him as a friend. But this one was really good. So basically, in the last volume, they are engaged to be married, but now, and someone had tried to kill her, I think, or tried to get to Leo, blah, 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 blah. So a stipulation for them to get married, because she was not like raised as a princess, she was raised as a knight, and to be a knight, the kingdom and other kingdoms like will only accept her if she goes to, I don't know, etiquette school, if you will. So of course, when she gets there, all of the girls are very cruel to her because they're like, there's no way that you have a chance with the prince. You obviously did something. So they're real bullies. Now, every single one of the girls there has an attendant that's a man. And besides one of the girls whose attendant is a brother, y'all really want to fuck on y'all's attendants, okay? I don't know why y'all care about the prince. Well, I know why you care about the prince, but they want to have sex with their attendants. It is very clear that if they could, they would just be fucking on their attendants. You know what? Good for you. But after all this bullying, Leo comes undercover and he's going to protect Chris and help her find out what's really going on. There is some type of freaky weird shit going on with like people having lipstick that if you kiss somebody, they become your puppet, and then a perfume that you spray and imbue with your blood, like sorcery shit's going on. And there's somebody in the midst trying to help all these girls take down Chris with the, I guess, knowledge, whatever, that Leo is probably going to come and protect her. And all of this is leading to them kidnapping Leo. And that was really cool. I liked it. I also read Brunhild the Dragon Slayer, so I actually can see myself continuing on with this, although I think I might actually prefer to watch this as an anime if it ever becomes one. Basically, this human ends up on an island called Eden. There are multiple islands called Edens around the world, and they basically are paradise. You know, like you have like the fruit of knowledge and all of these creatures, and humans aren't supposed to live there, and it's supposed to be a place of harmony. And there's a dragon, and there tends to be dragons that protect this island. Well, after one battle, the dragon versus humans, she, as a little kid, is the only one who survives on the island. She ends up kind of getting the dragon's blood on her, which usually would kill a human, but for some humans, it can actually like, not kill you, maybe kind of turn you into like a quasi-dragon. So the dragon decides to raise her as his own. She's like half dragon now because she has some of his blood in her. And also she eats the fruit of knowledge and all this stuff. And it's like, hey, we can protect this island together. The thing I didn't really enjoy is that obviously they are not actually related. She is a human that ended up here, but the dragon treats her like his daughter. So there are these weird, complicated relationships that she has because she is falling in love with the dragon, but he views her as as his daughter. So that, it's a little frustrating to me, but in general, I liked it. It was pretty brutal. It definitely would be a bloody anime because of all the battling, but the way it ended, I really, really, really want to know what happens. I'm surprised I didn't cry. I'll just leave it at that. I'm surprised I didn't cry at the end of volume 1 because I could see that happening. But I wonder how long this series will be. So basically, anyway, she wants to save Eden, where she's from, and if she can't do that, she's going to take down the humans who are constantly trying to take down Eden. And the other interesting thing about Eden is that if the dragon dies, the dragon who is the one that protects Eden, everything on the island dies. And the thing about it is that humans are wanting to obviously take the resources. What else is fucking new? Colonize, if you will. But when you kill the dragon, everything burns. So even though everything burns, there's still some things that you can get. And the thing that pissed me off is that the person who ended up, and then was like, such a waste. It always happens. Why do you keep killing the dragons then? I know you can't get on the island. It just goes to show, you know, mind your business and do what you got to do. I don't like that. Okay, I don't like it one bit. Let things and people live in harmony and go about your way. Do whatever you got to do. Because, you know, when she goes back to the human world for a little while, it's like, I can't understand what the technology is and what time period we're going through because it's giving, I don't know, old-timey cars, but then they have like battleships. I don't like that either. It's confusing. But yeah, get the fuck out of here. Moving on. After God, Volume 1. This was pretty good. I could see myself continuing on with the series. It reminds me of a combination of Tsugumi Project, Chojin X, and what else? There's another volume I was thinking about, another series that I read. Maybe Tokyo Ghoul, maybe that's what I'm thinking. I mean, obviously Chojin X and Tokyo Ghoul, but maybe that's what I'm getting not confused, but that's what I'm like thinking in my mind because Chojin X, Tokyo Ghoul. But definitely Tsugumi Project is definitely reminding me of Tsugumi Project as well. That is really interesting. I would definitely continue on with that series. Okay, I also ended up reading The Ice Guy and Cool Girl. This was a cute little, you know, short thing to kind of cleanse my palate as I was going because, you know, I read a lot. This is just so cute. I love how short this is, but then you get like these really cute stories. I know I've only read the first volume, but, you know, it's an office romance, but I like the fact that we saw even more spirit. So he is related to the Ice Frost spirit, right? Let me go back and look. Descendant of a snow spirit, that's right. But we also see a descendant of the fox spirit and of the, a phoenix. And I think there was one more. I thought that was so cute. It's been a while since I read the first volume, so I can't remember if they told us that one of the coworkers was a fox spirit then, but it was so cute. I enjoyed it so much. It kind of reminded me of Wotakoi with the way like, well, a little bit, not too much, but just, you know, I like you, you like me. we're different, but we're the same. And like, there's clearly this unrequited thing. It was very, very cute. And lastly, I read and finished Kagurabachi, Volume 1. This was good. So when I started this, I was a little confused and I thought, I don't know if I'm going to end up liking this. But then my dumbass clearly skipped over the fact that it says 28 months later. And I thought, what the hell? Who is this person that now, is this the same kid from the beginning? Yes. This goes to show you sometimes you just need to not do what I do sometimes and just skip something that doesn't seem like it's that important. That doesn't happen that often. I'm just saying, I just looked at that page and thought, I don't know why I didn't see maybe I just thought it said like chapter 2, because like you see, like you get the name, and I don't know why I'm trying to explain it so much to y'all. Maybe I just feel a little guilty. Well, you know, because it's like you see this part. Okay, so I didn't see that. So I had to go back and look. This is really good. This is all about like sorcery infused katanas, and there are these sorcerers who broke into like one of the most talented bladesmith katana makers home, and they stole six blades that all have a different type of sorcery attached to it. But that katana maker, blacksmith, would you say? I don't know if it's a different word, has a son who he's been teaching how to do this. And now 38 months later, let me go back. See, I don't know how you pay attention. I think it's a 38. What's the math on that? 38 months later. So, well, he looks 38 months later. Whatever. I don't, that's not even important. Blah, blah, blah. He's trying to find all of the blades that were stolen and take down the sorcerers that ended up hurting who hurt him and his dad. I'll leave it at that. This was really good. I like the magic style and everything. I like how that worked. I thought it was really cool. It's a main character I feel like I can get behind. It's weapons and magic that I think is really cool. The world is really interesting, and I like this character that needs his help, that will also kind of work into finding the blades as well. So this was really, really good. So of those 5, I really, really liked it. So now we've whittled it down. We've whittled it down a lot. Since it's 3, Devin comes home at like 5, and tonight is our hangout night. So I might not see you guys again, but I'm thinking, like, realistically, I'm probably not going to get to a Dangerous convenience store right now. I know a lot of people are probably like, bitch, pick it up right now. I might, but I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. Since so many of those were first in a series, I'm going to transition back to this stack, second in the series. And I think I'm gonna save Trillion Game, What's a Koi, and Tengu's Love. And maybe I will focus on Tsugumi Project Volume 6, The Gray Man Volume 15. And then, you know what? I really do want to read Yakuza Lover. So I'm going to read these 3. Maybe if I'm feeling funky, I might pick up Volume 2 of Witch Hat Atelier. So I'm going to read these, try to pack as much reading as I can before Devin gets home. If I have the opportunity, I will check back in with you guys tonight before we hang out. And then this will be all I have left from everything that I had pulled, basically like in the month of December and November and October. And shit, I don't even know how long I had syrup out behind me for, but this is good. So 3, 6, 7, 8, so only 8 volumes left. I definitely can do this today and tomorrow. So, because what is this? It's gonna be, so I will have read 8, possibly 9 volumes. And we're not counting Dick Fight Island yet. Although, who knows? I might switch it up and read Dick Fight Island. I might want to get into that. We'll see. But at the end of the day, I'm definitely going to start with The Gray Man, Tsugumi Project, and Yakuza Lover. So I will see you guys again. Thanks for really loving me. Oh, and I also went to Books A Million today. In myself. I'm sorry, I have to show you guys these. These have not been worn outside, and I personally do not like when people put shoes on their hands when they've been, I don't like that, just to show something, but I literally only wore these in my house to see how they felt. I got a pair of ducks again. I'm so happy. So I have these like Jaden platforms, but they're basically plastic because that's what vegan leather is. And I like them a lot, but they're kind of tight, and I have never really like spent too much time breaking them in. So my friend was telling me, get the soft leather, and you'd probably like, I don't remember what this one is called. I'll put the information up. I love these. I love these so much. They feel so good. My biggest issue with the Jadens was like, there is like a stitch here, and there's a stitch here as well, but it's like no give, and it hurts a bit when you're standing for a while. It's pretty tight, but anyway, I'm excited. It's probably pretty expensive, but it's an investment, and I don't buy shoes very often. I tend to just wear Crocs or sneakers. Bringing the boots back, okay, especially because it snowed. I needed those Jadens in the snow. But yes, I will see you guys soon. I'm excited for tonight though, because we're going to be watching Sakamoto Days, Solo Leveling, Apothecary Diaries, and isn't there one more anime we have to watch? There's something else that's new, but I can't wait. I'm excited, but yes, I'm going to keep rambling. I'll see you guys soon. Yeah. All right, hey everybody, so it is Tuesday. I know I didn't check back in with you guys technically after I saw you yesterday, but you did see that we watched the Apothecary Diaries. So good. Episode 1 was amazing, Sakamoto Days was amazing, and second episode of Solo Leveling was so good. Sakamoto Days was really good. I don't care what anybody says. Having read Sakamoto Days, I know what it will be. So while everyone is entitled to their opinion, it was good, so agree if you say otherwise. Anyway, so I did read a lot. I read 2 last night, and then I finished the rest this morning. So I figured, you know, it's like 10 o'clock at night now. Let me give you guys an update. So, and I read some more on my iPad. So, okay. Not much to say about D. Gray Man. Obviously, I think I've mentioned at this point, like, I definitely did not see this in the anime. I did not make it this far. But it was still really good nonetheless. I'm enjoying it still. I know I mentioned that I happened to get Yakuza Lover Volume 2 because it was used, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna give this one a chance just because it's used, so I want to try it. And I'm so torn because I kind of like Yakuza Lover, but I don't like the main female character. I don't understand. I mean, look, we can all, like, 2 things can be true. You can be somebody who is no nonsense and it's like, look, don't touch me. But then also be like a crybaby, you know? But she is so hopeless. I think that's what I don't like about her. There are just these times where she's like crying endlessly. And coming from a certified crybaby, as I talk about constantly, her crying is so obnoxious sometimes. It's just like, please stop fucking crying. Stop crying already. So I didn't hate this, but I didn't love it. So I'm on the fence. Like, if I find another volume free, I mean, who knows? I mean, I could read this online, so maybe that's what I'll start doing, and I won't feel so conflicted about it. So if I really, really don't like it, I can drop it at any point. I don't have to have physically bought it, but I still think the art is beautiful. Now, none of the men compared to Shoma and Kirishima, okay? Oya, this guy, I mean, he's not so bad, but I don't know, he's kind of like a punk. I mean, I don't really fuck with him like that. He's on a picture that doesn't have her titties in it. Let's see. He just is kind of creepy looking, not sexy looking, you know? I think that's the difference between him and everybody else. He's just okay. I mean, you know, I don't really, you know, it's not doing it for me. I don't really like him. But she's beautiful. I can't get enough of her. So, yeah, I think I've decided that I will be reading this online, and that's just what I'm going to have to do. moving on. I read Syrup, the Yuri anthology. This was really cute. There were quite a few little shorts in here that I really liked. Some I was a little confused about. And in the back, I found, they kind of gave like a little, the people who, the mangakas who contributed, there was one who kind of plugged their other series, and I went ahead and put that on my wish list to possibly get. I'll try to look it up later. I'll put it somewhere in the video so you guys can see, but it looked interesting, so I might give that a try. Trillion Game Volume 2. This was really good. I didn't realize that this was an anime, so I would like to watch it. I can only imagine how like good it would be in anime form. So if anybody's watched this anime yet, let me know if you liked it. I do want to continue on with this series because Gaku and Haru, right? It's Haru and Gaku. I just like them so much. And now it seems like he is kind of hot, possibly. So I really, really, really enjoyed this. Now, I did read Tsugumi Project Volume 6. Something that got put in here was that Volume 7 is the final volume. So we're only one volume away. And honestly, I know I say this a lot, but I think I might reread Tsugumi Project when the final volume comes out because I just really like this. I feel like if you started this, I don't know, you know, everybody should DNF if they want to. But I have to say, this has just continued to be so good, in my opinion, that I feel compelled to recommend that you keep reading it because the art style is so cool. I'm really liking where the story is going. I like these characters, even though Tsugumi pisses me off sometimes. She still is a really cool character. I got to annotate because here we find out what is Tsugumi Project. Now, most of us who've been reading it, obviously we knew what Tsugumi Project was, but there's so much more to it. A bit troubling as far as like right now, because it somewhat has to do with the bird flu, which what the fuck is going on right now in America and the world. So it makes me anxious to see that in a book. It's like reading about COVID. I know I experienced COVID, but reading in a book is like triggering a bit. So that kind of got me. And here we finally find out a bit about what's going on with Dodo. And I've been wanting to find out, for them to tell us like what has been going on with that for a while, because it was, I think, again, very clear to us that there was something else to his character that we weren't seeing. So it's very interesting. Then somebody is alive still, which for a second I thought was a trap, but it kind of made sense. Although, what the hell? So I got very excited for this particular character to still be alive. So yeah, I'm really considering rereading this, because that would be really good to like talk about like as a whole, you know. Honestly, I feel like Tsugumi Project, I will rate that 5 stars, honestly. I just feel like the pacing has been pretty good. I mean, it's hard to say the pacing is really great because I'm reading it as it releases. So maybe when I do a reread, I can definitely say like, yeah, the pacing is really good. But yeah, Tsugumi Project, if you dropped it, in my opinion, I would say give it another try because you might be surprised. And last, I read a NetGalley pick. Oh my God, 5 stars, dude. You have no idea. So let me see. I think I kept it on the right page. Let's see. Okay. I read Dogs and Punching Bags. Wow, this was so good. Let me see when this releases. So this comes out on the 21st of January of this year. And wow, this was absolutely amazing. I didn't know what to expect going in because I did not read the synopsis. And honestly, I don't tend to read the synopsis for any of the manga that I request. I request all manga from NetGalley because why not? Even though I get rejected constantly from Viz Media. Any other thing that says like, hey, you don't even have to worry about like waiting to get approved. Like I will just go ahead and request it. Wow, and that was so good. So it's a one shot, although, oh my God, please let me read more. I want to know what is going to happen with these other characters or what happens in the future, because the story was just so beautiful. I cried. It is a story about our main female character leaving Tokyo, coming back home, to her family home because her father is basically on his deathbed. And the interesting thing about our main character is that, I think her name is Nichiko, is that she left her home when she was young. She could not take what was going on at home. And she said, you know what, I can't do this. I'm leaving. I'm just going to wash my hands of this. And she left with a bit of regret because she left some things behind that she, I think, otherwise would have taken with her, but also never getting to confront her father, really, you know what I mean? Just for her to go to Tokyo and end up in a situation that was not ideal. And even after all of this like frustration and possibly maybe hatred, you could say, that she had towards her father, once she got the call that he was sick and probably gonna die soon, she dropped everything in Tokyo and came back. And while she's here, there's a bunch of people that she's never met before. It's almost like everybody is new from when she was young, because she is in her 30s, in her late 30s actually. So there is this guy there whose name is now escaping me. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. He is younger and he has this interesting past where he's been trying to make up for it since he was a kid by being a good person and doing things for other people to make up for this thing that happened. And when he sees her, it's this new person on the island who, you know, I think to a certain extent, because she didn't know his past, even though it eventually comes up, I think it gave him a little bit of hope that like, maybe I can really start new with this person. But we're also meeting other characters on the island. We're seeing other relationships. People are being confronted with the things that happened in their past. And especially Nichiko, something from her past in Tokyo is now back. And that is such a big deal because we then see even more going on. It was so amazing. And then there's this thing that happens. I was so sure that that was how it ended, and that was just going to be too tragic for me. I was not going to be able to accept that. But God, was it so good. Oh, please read that when it comes out. Honestly, it is just amazing. It's like some parts coming of age, definitely about love and relationships, letting go of guilt and resentment and growing up and evolving and finding yourself and letting go of, you know, so many things. Like, it was just so beautiful. There's so many little tiny stories in there that were so good. Yeah, we don't really get the resolution for one of the characters. It's like a little kid, but at the same time, like, it's so funny. Like, I had that experience, like growing up in a house of like a divorced family, basically. Not the same circumstances, but yeah, I'm kind of divorced, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty crazy and pretty sad sometimes, but ultimately, I give it 5 stars. It was so good. So I've read so much. I don't know if I'm going to end it just yet. I still have a few more things that I committed to wanting to read, but look how small the pile has gotten. I will say that I went ahead and put back Witch Hat Atelier because I need to reread the first volume if I'm going to start volume 2, clearly. But, okay, actually, technically there's some more over there, but they're the first in a series, so I was like, it's not a big deal. I did want to finish reading Tengu's Love. I got a little, almost half to the halfway mark. Wotsukoi. I don't know. I have to be in the mood for this, but I think I want to push through because the series is complete and I would like to finish it. And like I said, I wanted to read Dick Fight Island for you guys. So I don't think the video is over. I don't know how long it is, and that's okay. I never do. But clearly I've had a successful reading vlog time. So thanks, you guys. So I'm going to try to read these. I have some other things I need to read on NetGalley. And yeah, we'll see what happens, but it's not over yet, but it is getting late. So I'm just going to chill for the rest of the night, have a snack. And yeah, you guys will see me soon. I do work tomorrow, but I might see you again tomorrow. And then that's when we'll end the vlog. We'll see. But yes, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's Wednesday night. I had a long day of work. I got to run into my friend Jose out and about when I was at work, so that was really nice. Hi, Jose, if you're watching, or Cindy, if you're watching, hi. Love you guys. Love you guys so much. I want to try that bread, Cindy. That's what I know. But anyway, yeah, it's time to end the vlog because I did do some reading and I'm happy with what I read, and I really want to get into the details of this book I finished. I stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning last night finishing it. It was just that good, and I don't do that very often, okay? I have a bedtime. It's definitely earlier than 1 a.m. So I finished the Hachioji Specialty Tangus Love. This was really good. As I said when I finished the first one, I want to read the third one whenever that comes out. I have just really been enjoying this. I felt myself wanting to cry a few times. And again, we know that that's nothing shocking when it comes to me, but I'm just loving where this is going. And I don't know, it's gonna be interesting when our main male character, will he remember this memory that is clearly being shown to us as like very, very painful. And it has to do with his grandmother's death, I believe. So we're seeing glimpses of what happened. He doesn't quite remember exactly when he first met Hime, but I just know that I'm probably going to be shattered. My fear is that she is going to die somehow, and I don't like that. I don't like the idea of that. But I mean, she's got to be some type of immortal being, right? So it's either she has to forsake her being a Tengu. I don't know if you can do that, or he will somehow end up in her world, or somebody's gonna die, and I don't want either. I would actually prefer if they end up together and they just live happily ever after, them and be happy. This one here, never again will I, not to say that I don't listen to y'all, but I did not heed your recommendation to immediately pick this up, and I apologize. I actually won't do that again. The next time y'all in the comments say, pick that up right now, I'm doing it, because dangerous convenience store, yeah. We're going to be devouring this series. I get it. I understand what y'all were talking about. I'm loving every second of it. And yeah, this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. I want to continue. Let me tell you something. Why is everybody's fingers and hands so sexy in manhwa, just in general? But like in here, hands can be sexy. Am I right or am I right? Hands can be sexy. And something about the brunette dude, I mean, he's already sexy in general, but he's got really nice hands. I love a good hand. Now, I know I said that I was going to read Dick Fight Island for this vlog, but I'm actually going to save it because I did such a good job with this reading vlog. I only have Wotakoi Volume 2 to like finish from what I originally said. That was like the second in a series and not some of the first volumes that I have back there. So I'm going to save it. I'm going to give myself some time. I don't know, not a break, if you will, but I don't know, like I'm happy where I am ending this vlog right now. So Wotakoi, Dick Fight Island, these will be read in the next vlog. And I'm going to try to focus on like another book that I'm supposed to be reading for my book club. This was my choice, The Message by Ta-Nehisi Coates. And I am enjoying it, but it's definitely like, I'm not used to reading something that's nonfiction like this, if that makes sense, because it's a mix of his own personal like life and essays and stuff, but he's a writer. Like in his heart, he loves words. This is something that you're seeing in this as he's talking about his childhood, but some of it is like, I guess I just have such a simple way of speaking that it's taking me a little bit longer to read through this because it is very, I don't want to use the term flowery. That's not what it is, but like, I hope you guys get what I'm trying to say. It's like, it's just like poetry, if that makes sense. I don't read a lot of poetry, not anymore, not at about to be 35, but that's what it's giving to me. It's like poetic. And when it comes to poetry, like it always kind of, as I get older, it takes me longer to kind of like go with the flow of this. And I feel like there is a rhythm and a flow to the way that Ta-Nehisi Coates writes when it's like nonfiction. I mean, even fiction, but this, yeah, I'm taking my time. I mean, I have the whole month of January, but I do want to focus and like give my all to this. I've already read 2 chapters and I think there's only 2 more chapters after that. This is short. This is on the shorter side. I'm entering into the part where I think we're going to talk about South Carolina, and I think the final chapter is about Palestine and his time in Palestine. So I really want to give my time to this. So that's why I think it's a good idea to stop it now. But I want to talk about Country Roads. Y'all, I finished this last night. I said, you know what? It's time for me to go to bed. I think after I talked to you guys last night, it was pretty late, I think. And I don't know. I just said, you know, I'm gonna get in the bed. And usually I fall asleep. I stopped the last time I read this at the perfect fucking time, because as soon as I picked it back up, that's when everything kicked off. This is a 5-star thriller in my opinion. I will be reading the other 2 books by this author. This was so good. I also looked it up. It's on Kindle Unlimited. I actually really enjoyed reading this physically, so I don't know if I want to read it like as an ebook, but this was so good. So in the quickest, easiest way possible, I'm going to try to describe this to you guys. So, or maybe I should just read the back. I'm just going to read the back. How about that? And then I'll get my thoughts. It was supposed to be a quiet night for Bobby Casto and his friends in their small town of Rion, West Virginia. But when 2 sheriff's deputies with ulterior motives harass Bobby and his friends, things quickly spiral out of control. A gun is drawn, shots are fired, and when the smoke settles, Bobby Casto finds himself on the run, wanted for the attempted murder of a police officer. So when Bear Bucamp finds his business partner, Raymond Bird, abetting the young man, he calls the one person he knows will help, Jackson Clay. Together, Jackson, Bear, Ray, and Bobby try to piece together what really happened that night, but their search for the truth will put them in even more peril. Prying eyes aren't welcome in this part of the mountain state, and devils prowl this almost heaven. When they uncover an organized crime racket that stretches to the highest levels of state government, the group quickly goes from hunters to hunted, but unexpected enemies can lead to an unexpected ally. Now, banded together with a pair of likable, tough-as-nails doomsday preppers living off the grid, Jackson, Bear, Ray, and Bobby are in a race against time to prove his innocence and bring the guilty parties to justice before they're silenced for good. Pray the road they're on isn't a dead end. I'm actually glad I read that, because I would have taken y'all on a roller coaster. This is the 2nd book in this type of series. I know when I told you guys about me getting this, I happened to go into 2nd and Charles one day after work, so it was pretty late. And this author was there at a table, and he was doing like a book signing and, you know, selling his books. And I stopped at his table, asked him to, you know, tell me what was going on with it, because I did want to know. And just based off of his description, I was like, you know, I think I would like to read this. So he was explaining to me that even though it's a series, you don't have to read these in order, because, you know, this being the 2nd book, you did get a bit of a background for who the main players are, Jackson and Bear, from the 1st book. But obviously there's like some things I'm missing, because like so much of what happens in the 1st book still trickles into this one, but that's okay. I didn't feel like, oh fuck, I missed so much. And it also made me go, I want to read that 1st book now. So there's 2 other books. I don't know the names of them off the top of my head, but just look up his name, because this was so good. So fast paced. I loved the fact that these chapters were short. I'm a sucker for a short chapter, because it just kept me having to turn the page. It almost felt like every chapter ended on some type of like cliffhanger, so that I never felt like satisfied with stopping. But I made a point to take my time reading this, because I got this back in December. I read a lot very quickly when I first got it, but I've been taking my time, and I'm happy that I did it. Although when everything kicked off last night, I was reading so fast. I actually missed that someone had died. That's how fast I was reading. But I like our main character, Jackson Clay. I love Bear. Bear seems like such a funny character. Bobby, everything that happens with his friends, his uncle, all the other people that we meet along the way, some who live, some who die, the preppers, Maggie and Fraggy, I absolutely love them so much. And that ending, wow. The way this one ended really shocked me, but in the best way, because I didn't expect that. I did not expect it to end that way. There was no way I could have thought, that's gonna happen. No, I really didn't. I actually thought like maybe this could happen, but involving a different character. So the fact that it was not that character, and it was like even better than I expected. Oh, that was so good. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but yes, this was so good. So basically what sold me on this was his other ones are kind of like not a whodunit, but like a whodunit. Like we have to figure out who did this crime. This, we know who did the crime. It's a corrupt police force in West Virginia, and they are a vice squad that's being funded by this like government contractor. I'm not really giving anything away. That's kind of explained very quickly. They plant drugs on people, and when these two vice cops, who are just known for being total scumbags, come upon Bobby and his two friends, unfortunately, the worst possible thing could happen, and then Bobby is on the run. So I guess there was a few people that I would have liked to know what happened to them, but it's okay. I'm just gonna assume that everything was fine. But it was so good. It was so good. Like I said, I love those characters. Some of those characters are some of my favorites. I really ended up really liking Jackson Clay. I'm not much of a, well, not much of a, I don't really like cops at all. But, you know, it had me rooting. It had me rooting for some people. I'm not gonna lie. But the other cool thing is that even though it's taking place in West Virginia, it comes back over to Virginia. So a bunch of places that I know and recognize, specifically places in Richmond, that's always really fun for me, because I feel like there's so many books that I end up reading where they take place in major cities. They don't ever tend to be in, in Richmond, Virginia, where I'm from. So there's only like a handful of authors that I've read since I've really enjoyed reading that the setting was Richmond, and it was really cool. It was really cool to read this, and it was cool that we're going over state lines, and we're doing this, we're doing that, blah, 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 blah. So please, if you are looking for something that's just like regular fiction book, no manga, try this. I really think that you will like it. Now, I can't say whether or not the audiobook is good. I feel like this would be a good audiobook, but I did not listen to it before I decided to sit down and talk to y'all. I tend to really like audiobook, like thrillers. And honestly, the way this was so fast paced, God, I would not be able to stop listening. I would probably listen to this in a day. That's how good it was. But yeah, y'all know, I'm already rambling. That's it. That's for the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. We read a lot, you guys, and I'm very proud. Please check out the video that I posted a few days ago. Hopefully I'm on time and posting this in the right amount of time, where I'm talking about the first haul of January. Yes, there will be a second, because I did buy manga, even though I said, I'm really gonna try not to. Like, I don't like to lie, but sometimes we lie to ourselves. Sometimes we lie to ourselves, and I do that a lot. I do that a lot sometimes. But I still read what I have. Based off of this vlog, don't I? Everything I read is what I own. So now what? But yeah, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that video. Also, like I said, I will listen to you guys again next time y'all tell me that I need to read something. I'm never gonna put anything off ever again, because that was so good. But yes, thank you so much for watching my video. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on other social media. It's in the description box down below. And you have a good day. Goodbye.